Here's a question that seldom gets asked, and maybe because it can cut both ways. And the question is, when you ask your prospect, what happens if you just do nothing? It's an interesting question. Now really it depends on whether or not they have a solution already in place for the type of product that you're selling. Let's say for instance that they do have something in place, and you know that it's inferior to what you're offering, but they're getting by. So you ask that question, well, what are you going to do, if you don't do anything? And they'll say, well, we'll be okay. And you might come back with, well, is okay good enough? Now, it depends on who you're asking that to. If you're asking it to a CEO or CFO who really cares about their company, you may get a different answer than if you're asking a support person or someone a little lower down on the approval chain. So now let's say for instance where it's really effective is if they don't have a solution like yours in place, but they're just kind of waffling because it's price or timing or whatever it is. And you say, what happens if you do nothing? They say, well, we'll have to figure out something else, I guess, or wait till we have more money. You have to keep drilling. Ask questions like, well, how will this not purchasing this product affect your revenues? How will it increase your profits? Will customers jump ship on you? Will it inhibit your ability to support your current customers? You have to know a lot about their situation, which is part of being a professional salesperson, and enough about your product to know the answers to the questions you're about to ask and to whom you are asking the questions. So it's a really important question that you can ask your prospects. You have to know the answers, though, for who you're delivering the question to, whether it's a lower level person or a higher level person, and whether or not they have a solution in place already or they need a new solution. But never forget that question. It really uncovers a lot. A lot of times salespeople feel that they're getting stalled. They just can't move that sale ahead. And it's because people are just hesitant. For whatever reason, they're scared of change, they don't want to make the wrong decision, but it's your job as a professional salesperson to uncover the reason why. And that's one of the questions that you could use. What happens if you do nothing? Try it out, and I think you'll like the results. Good luck. You can get all 262 sales training lessons on how to be a professional salesperson on my website. The URL is listed below. Pledge today to be a professional salesperson, to be the best that you possibly can, to earn more than you ever have, and allow me to be your coach. Thank you.